Welcome back everyone. We're going to cover an insane deck setup to start the game, and this works at higher levels but is completely broken at low levels. This is because Thalnos' leader ability lets him gain 1 level per spell that you cast, until death, and a level 12 versus a level 5 gives you some really good odds. Your troops and spells have some flexibility within the deck, but you're going to want low cost spells and global units. Ideally, nothing other than Thalnos himself costs more than 3. The premise is to get Thalnos out as early as possible, and then start casting spells to level him up while using your global units to both support and become fodder while Thalnos dishes out the damage. You can also ambush the enemy boss with this setup and steal a win even if you thought you were going to lose. The strategy behind global units is to easily place them near the now powerful Bloodmage, getting the most value out of it, and keep in mind you could be building up another one while the first one is still advancing forward, keeping your push incredibly strong and consistent. Just like that, our leader has nearly doubled in level. And let's not forget it's nuking the other lane since it's also a ranged unit. You can see just how oppressive this setup is with its constant pressure, and it's really fun to play since you truly feel responsible for the outcome of your battles, unlike some other decks I've seen. It's time to start building another one in case the first one goes down against the boss, and we'll protect them both by dropping some global units as fodder directly on top of the boss, so that these get taken out first. At times, this actually feels like cheating, but there's also some more difficult map setups that will test your abilities, and this actually makes the build even more enjoyable, because if you could just drop units on the boss or key locations, winning time after time, it would be no fun. Here's one of those maps, and it's more difficult for a couple of reasons. First, there's an enemy right next to our base, and we've had no time to power Thalnos up. Second, the rocket towers can quickly drop him in his weakened state. Luckily, we have Execute in the deck, which can drastically reduce the kill time on these towers, allowing us to get by, and this deck can easily win from behind, so taking early damage is of zero concern. Going into a map like this, it's clear you're going to need to summon your leader and rebuild him multiple times, so be mindful of your gold and try to spend it in bunches. This will help you make the most of it, rather than sending single units for little benefit. Moving forward, you'll see that the rocket towers are definitely lethal enough to kill our leader, and the other units as well, so we want to shuffle through as many troops as possible to get at those executes within the deck. These are going to help destroy the towers quickly and level up any remaining leaders on the field. If you find this video helpful, make sure to check out the link in the description. It's a quick short with 6 useful gameplay tips for any deck. Like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything new as it comes out. Continue pushing forward, taking advantage of the global units for that oppressive pressure that we mentioned before. Leaving the enemy no time to recover or amass significant amount of troops will allow our troops to keep moving. By doing so, we've turned a once less than favorable map and starting position into something rather favorable for us. We now control both lanes of the map, and although we don't have enough to finish the boss off at this point, some patience and persistence will allow us to continue to chip away at them until we win. As a reminder, you don't need the exact troops shown in this video. What you're looking for is global, low-cost troops and low-cost spells. Even Execute, which was mentioned in the video, can be swapped out for something else if you prefer. So experiment, it's part of the fun. One last push should lead us to victory, and having the towers on our side at this point is incredibly helpful. The enemy drew first blood, and then we just completely dominated the map. So, give this deck build a try, and there's no requirement for using Thalnos. He just synergizes well with the global units, getting more powerful and then being able to support them along the way. Leave a comment with the decks that you're using as well, and as always, thanks for taking the time to watch, and enjoy the brand new game.